Welcome back, guys. I'm Danny the Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm going to be showing you all how to draw King Ghidorah from Godzilla, King of the Monsters. So I've actually already drawn this, and here is my picture. So I'm basically going to be using this as a reference image. So hopefully our drawing will end up looking as nice as this by the end of this video. So yeah, let's get started. I'm going to be using a mechanical pencil. Unfortunately, I lost my Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil, so I will not be using that today. But this is, yeah, just a Pentel 0.9 millimeter um, mechanical pencil. And then I also have a box of Arteza shading pencils, which I will most likely use, an eraser, a smudger, and yeah, a sharpener would also be very handy. So yeah, let's dive right in. So as always, we will start off by making an outline. So yeah, we want to put in the heads first. So head number 1 is going to be right about here. Head number 2. Head number 3. So yeah, remember the wing extends out a little farther than the head, so you want to leave some room on your page for the wing there. So yeah, this neck is going to curve like so. And since this head is the nearest one to us, it's going to be the largest one. And I think this is the middle one, so this is going to be the smallest head. Then yeah, King Ghidorah has a very small body. It's going to have its legs bunched up. It's got some short, stubby, dinosaur-looking legs. It's going to have its 2 tails. I thought this is a very cool part about King Ghidorah is that he has 2 tails. Very creative. So yeah, the shoulder's going to be right about there where I drew that circle. I want to begin putting in an outline for the wings. So King Ghidorah has like 4 fingers on the upper part of its hand. I'm just going to call the wing its hand. At least these extensions here look like fingers. And then it's also got 3 other fingers right about there. Yeah, the wings are very bat-like. Your classic dragon wings, basically. And we might adjust a few things, like this might need to come down a bit, but yeah, that's how we make an outline, so we can have room for adjustments. And yeah, never press your pencil down very hard, because that'll make it harder to erase. So yeah, we're going to draw the wing opposite to this one. So this one's going to have one long arc here, but we want to keep in mind that there are joints there. And this wing, personally, was harder for me to draw. The first time I drew King Ghidorah, this wing was much harder to draw than this one, just because of the angles. So let's place the fingers in the right spot. So we got one finger here, one finger there. It's just a weird angle, and it was like a little confusing for me. Because we're seeing the top of the wing and the bottom of the wing, and that bend sort of messes things up a bit for me. But yeah, it's looking very nice right now. Maybe I'll just touch up the leg a little bit so we get a better idea what this is going to look like. So yeah, our outline looks pretty complete. I think now we can begin refining and putting in more detail. So yeah guys, I'm going to be showing you all how to draw the head. So I did get a Graph Gear 500, Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil. This is actually my little brother's, but yeah, he's so kind, so I'm going to be using this one. Let's start off with this head, just because it's the closest one to us. Like, in perspective, it's the closest one to us. Yeah, so King Ghidorah has a very classic dragon head. I'm sure most of you have experience in drawing dragons, but maybe not, I don't know. See, I'm gonna start off by making the brow. So you wanna make a little boomerang shape for the brow there. Then continue it up into a point, like so. like that. And then we want to draw the opposite brow and have it has the same little antenna. It looks like an antenna to me, but just more like a, I don't know, not really a spike, but yeah, it looks like an antenna to me, but I know it's not. Just part of the eyebrow. And King Ghidorah has tons and tons of little spikes all over its body. So you want to be sure to incorporate those into your drawing whenever possible. So just put one eye under there. I take it King Ghidorah is the villain in Godzilla movies, from what I've heard. So yeah, we're working on the snout here, put in the nose. And this jaw will be open. And again, we want to put in some little spikes on the bottom part of the jaw. Like every part of King Ghidorah is just full of spikes. So then we have more of these little antenna type things, look like flames. And I think we have 4 more. Let me count 1. Yeah, 1, 2, 3. We have 4 more to put in. So it's 2. It's number 3. Number 4. Looks pretty good. So yeah, one more thing to know about King Ghidorah's face is that he has a lot of wrinkles. So you want to put those in to make it look more realistic. Just something else you can do to make it look a little bit more detailed. And you might also want to add a little bit of shading to the bottom part of these little flame type things. And yeah, we can't forget to put in the teeth. It's got a bunch of teeth that are almost all the same size. And it also has that muscle that you see in dinosaurs that opens and closes the jaw. Yeah, let's put in a bunch of these little teeth. The nice thing about this Graph Gear 500 mechanical pencil is that you never have to sharpen it. I really like how it performs. Like, I've tried out tons of mechanical pencils in the past few years, but this has remained my favorite one. And you guys know that, like you've seen me use this pencil in videos that are like 3 years old now. So yeah, this head for King Ghidorah looks complete, in my eyes at least. And now we can attach it to the neck. So this neck is going to be bent like so. It gets slightly thicker as it gets closer to the body, but not too much. So let's take our erasers and just erase all the outline mess that's inside this neck, like so. And just a little bit on the top too. We want to lighten that up as much as possible because there's really no line there. There's just spikes, but we want to keep a slight, like a very light line there so we know like where to follow. So yeah, let's put in the 2 rows of spikes that are there. So there's no like top spike. There's not like no top row of spikes. There's 2 parallel rows of these triangular shark teeth looking spikes. Let's continue them all the way up to the shoulder here. And then we can put in the 2nd row. So these might be a little bit too spaced out. You want to have them a little closer together. There we go. So yeah, we also want to put like a little midline right about here. And now that I'm looking at it, I might slim up King Ghidorah's neck a little bit. Just a little bit, like so. So yeah, underneath its neck, it's got these like lizard sections. Looks like the bottom of a lizard, or a dinosaur, I guess you could say too. And for each of these sections, you want to just put in a little bit of shading. You could use your shading pencil for this if you have it handy. So yeah, shade in each section. So the next part is going to be a little tedious. There are about, I don't know, 5 rows of these scaly spikes. So King Ghidorah has scales, but they're all very like triangular shaped, and they're very close together. And unlike dinosaur rows, they're all the same size and they are in perfect rows. So you're not trying to make it look organic this time, even though I say that in all my other tutorials. So guys, what happened is that I recorded a tutorial on how to draw King Ghidorah, but I didn't realize that I hadn't turned on my camera for a whole section of it. So then I was like, oh man, I was like, I didn't want to draw it again, but then I know you guys wanted it so bad that today I'm deciding to re-record the whole tutorial to celebrate 15,000 subscribers, which is a huge deal, by the way, a huge deal. Never would I have imagined that I would get 15,000. So here, obviously, as the neck gets wider, we will start adding more rows. And underneath the belly area won't have that much scales on it, so don't worry about that. So yeah, our neck is pretty much complete. And yeah, I will time-lapse me drawing the other 2 heads. But yeah, they're all basically the same. So yeah guys, now that we have all 3 heads and necks completed, we can move on to the first wing. So when drawing the wing, you want to be careful not to smudge the heads. It might have been a better idea to start off with the wing, but now it's too late. So yeah, let's just go ahead and start working on this wing. So the limb part of the wing, which is basically like this arm part, is going to be full of like little regular round scales. So we can put those in right away before we do anything else. Just a bunch of little round scales. You can do it the fast way and just twirl your pencil around, and that's almost as good as just taking your time to draw lots of little mini circles. Yeah, but doing this is very effective. So yeah, we're done already with that. Now let's see where, let's put in the different fingers. So there's finger number 1. Finger number 2. So right now we're looking at the top of the wing. And they all curve over. And then we have the final finger. Just adjusting my hand behind this tripod. And they all end in a very straight pointed claw. Like so. So yeah guys, I know it looks a little messy. Just try to clean up a bit with the eraser. So yeah, just clean up between the fingers. I'll make good use of my brush. And yeah, these fingers are also scaled in. But since they're so narrow, it's not gonna take much time. You just put in the scales and then move on. So there we go. We got all the top part done. You have to remember that this particular finger, we do see the end claw there. And the wing folds back from that finger to the next one over here. Yeah, again, take your eraser to erase all the mess here. Now we're going to be drawing the inside part. We'll have this finger come and end in a spike like so. And then you can shade in this area. Since it's the under part of the wing, it's going to be pretty dark. Let's add in the claw to that last finger. And yeah, you want to connect them with a slight curve to give it that dragon wing look. And then also we're going to see one of those other 3 fingers, like the ones that we put the outline in this wing. We're only going to be able to see one of them. And that is that one right there that we just drew. So yeah, for the texture of the wings, you sort of want to have a bunch of lines, but all sort of going in the same direction. So you want all the lines to be sprouting from where the palm of the hand would be, I guess, and going outwards, like so. So I don't really encourage doing like many lines, because I guess it's kind of unartistic, because when you're looking at an object, there's no actual real line there. It's just, like when you're drawing something, you assume there's a line there. I don't know, I'm just trying to explain something that I once heard. Basically, like if you're looking at the profile of a face, you could just use shading instead of lines to get your point across in your drawing. So yeah, guys, I'm going to take a shading pencil for the under part of the wing, just because it's a little quicker than the mechanical pencil. But yeah, the mechanical pencil is great for the fine parts. Definitely give the Graphic Gear 500 mechanical pencil an A+. You guys should definitely go get one on Amazon and try it out for yourselves. So we're just shading in the under part of the wing. So yeah, guys, sorry I was gone so long. First of all, I was like on vacation, and then also our computer, for some reason, had a virus or something. I don't know, something was wrong with it, that my video editor was not functioning at all. So then we had to take the computer to the shop, and it was there for about, I don't know, a week and a half. So then finally now I'm back to YouTubing, which is exciting. And I've also been working on videos for my little vlog channel, and I will have links to that channel in the description below and also at the end of this video. You guys should definitely go check it out. I got some new content on there, and yeah, I'm going to be hoping to grow that channel in the coming years. It's going to be like an adventure travel type channel. I'm very excited for it. So yeah, we've completed the harder wing, and now we can move on to the next wing, which is actually going to be much easier to draw. So yeah, we want to put in the shoulder first before we put in the wing. You want to have a nice strong shoulder there to support this enormous wing. So the wing bends there. Have a relatively straight line there. And we'll put that little claw at the end there. Now I'm going to take the eraser and erase all these junky lines that are getting on my nerves. So we still have a good idea of where the fingers go Like I can still remember it, and you can see like the tips there. So don't worry about erasing those fingers and the wing. And I'm also smudging a bit, but I can take care of that at the end of the drawing once we finished everything. So yeah, let's continue this arm. It's going to have like an elbow right about there. This would technically be the forearm, the wrist area, and here's where it's going to branch off into the 4 different fingers. So there's finger number 1, put in the claw there. Finger number 2. Wow, I just got to the very edge of my paper there, but we didn't get off the paper, which is good. Got this finger done, and let's connect that last finger. It's just looking very cool. Yeah, it looks a lot like a bat's wing to me. So connect the membrane here. And I don't like how sloppy this looks here at the top, so I'm going to redraw that. I know a lot of you guys out there are perfectionists, and a lot of times for those of us who are perfectionists, I'm somewhat of a perfectionist, but it really depends on what I'm drawing. I get really irritated a lot of times just by a small little mistake that a lot of times most people don't notice. Like I've re-uploaded videos just because I didn't like I've redrawn entire videos just because I didn't like how one drawing turned out. So yeah, let's add in those extra fingers, which basically just sprout out of the back. They're not really attached to this arm at all. So technically, they could be separate arms, I guess. But they look more like fingers, so I'm going to call them fingers. And yeah, let me take my eraser and erase some of this mess. Yeah, I need to work on making less messy outlines in the future, because they oftentimes get in the way. Like sometimes I'll do a drawing where I start off by, mostly with people's faces, I'd say. I just draw like the basic circle of the face and then start with one eye and get that one completely drawn in. And then I move on to the next eye and stuff like that. So I don't really like put in each eye and nose and stuff in the outline. But yeah, outlines can be very helpful. So that's why I choose to do them in pretty much all my videos. So here we got a little bit more room to put in scales, so I might make them look a little neater than the ones on the other wing. So yeah guys, if you want me to draw any other monsters from Godzilla, King of the Monsters movie, yeah, please comment below, because I know some of you guys want me to draw Mothra. I'm sort of planning on drawing Mothra, but not really, because I haven't found a good reference image of Mothra to draw from. So that video might not happen, but who knows. But yeah, if you have a specific, like, thing you'd like me to draw, comment below. So there we go, we got a bunch of scales in. I just speed up the process in this finger. So guys, I know a lot of you guys have been asking about this, because a lot of you are doing videos and YouTube and stuff like that. But yeah, the video editor I use is Wondershare Filmora. I don't use the Pro one, I just use Wondershare Filmora number 9 for Windows. And as a starting off YouTuber, you could just use, I don't know, if you have Apple, then iMovie is great to start off with. But yeah, Wondershare Filmora has been great. It does cost around $60 to make the initial download. And you can have a free trial for 30 days, I think. I definitely do the free trial if I were you. Do that first so you can make up your mind if you actually like the style of the editor. Because everyone has a different preference for editors. But yeah, it's pretty simple for me to use. I like it a lot. And for my purposes, it's great. But yeah, also DaVinci Resolve is what my friend Firefell uses for his videos, and his editing is always really fun to watch. But yeah, DaVinci Resolve is much more complicated, I'd say, but it's free, so there is like a version you can pay for, which is probably better in some ways, but the free one is just amazing. It's really good. But yeah, as I said, it's very complicated and takes more time to learn. But I know a lot of you guys already are good at editing, so if you haven't tried out DaVinci Resolve, I'd highly recommend it. And yeah, guys, I am coloring outside the lines, but we can always erase that. Because it's hard to stop exactly at the line there. So yeah, again, have all your pencil strokes come from like the center of the hand. It'll give it a nice effect. And you also want it to be a little darker as it gets near the center there. And here we can have the lines just coming basically from out alongside the arm. So try to have them each stroke starting at the very edge of the arm. I did a few strokes where I went inside. I don't want it to do that. So I'm making a few strokes that are not as long as the rest to give it a darker effect. Like so. I figured out that the words I use the most in my videos is like so. I always say like so every time I put in scales, every time I put in spikes, every time I put in claws, teeth, whatever. Because I do watch some of my videos after I publish them. I don't watch the whole thing, of course, but I do watch a lot of them while I'm editing too. So I pick up things that I don't notice while I'm making the video. Also, it's really funny to watch my first videos from 2016 because my voice has changed a lot since then. It's definitely dropped a bit. And I had braces for a bunch of years, so my voice sounded different because of the braces too. So there we go. We got this wing pretty much done. I do have like a little smudging tool with me, but I don't think it's necessary to use it. You could if you wanted to, you know, just like to soften things up a bit. Just add some more color to the white areas of the wing. So feel free to touch it up in your own style. And yeah, guys, if you want me to draw any more Marvel characters, please comment below, because those are always a lot of fun to do. And yeah, comment below if you'd like it to be a tutorial or speed drawing. I like when people are specific about that. So yeah, we're done with the wings and then heads and the necks. Let's move on to the main torso, which actually is going to be probably the easiest part to draw. King Ghidorah's got a bit of a stomach there. Just make it slightly rounded. But definitely make sure your pencil strokes are curved. Like so. So the torso is gonna break up into two tails right about here. But I think we should probably draw on the legs first. So I'm going to just erase all the leg outline because it wasn't even that good to start off with. Here's my pencil. So yes, we want to put in the thigh first. You're basically making it like two parentheses and a line in the middle right there. Here we're going to put in some little bit of wrinkles for the knee. Its leg is going to be curled up. I guess this is to make it more aerodynamic so it can fly faster. That's why airplanes pull up their wings or their wheels as soon as they lift off the ground. So yeah, King Ghidorah has feet very similar to dinosaur feet. So they're not going to be too hard to draw for most of us. Except for those of you who just searched how to draw King Ghidorah because you were a Godzilla fan and want to learn how to draw it. But I think most of you guys have already drawn dinosaurs. So yeah, we're gonna have these spiky scales, or plates, whatever you want to call it, on top of the toes. And for the calf here, just want to make more curved lines similar to the torso. Sort of want to leave like a white spot there to show the light shining off the leg there. It gives it more shape. I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. More curved lines, just gives it a nice 3D shape. Looking very, very good. Here I might use the smudger a little bit to soften things up. It's really good for shading. Okay guys, so the second leg is going to be pretty easy to draw. We're only going to be seeing a little bit of it. And the foot is going to be even easier. We're just going to see the three toes right here hiding behind the first leg. And you can sort of shade these in. Like so. Looks very, very cool. At the end, I definitely want to compare my two King Ghidorah drawings, and you guys can decide which one you like better. So let me just erase this bit. So King Ghidorah has these like clumps on the end of its tail. Sort of like an ankylosaurus, but yeah, it's like a bunch of spikes. It could be used as a club, but it almost looks like it's more decoration. I mean, I have no idea. I've not seen any movies with King Ghidorah in them. So, I don't really know what King Ghidorah would use its tail for. Whether for fighting or just for show off. So there's going to be 4 of these spikes on the top and bottom of the tail. And the tail ends in just a bunch of spikes they get smaller at the end. And yeah, this mid section is also going to be full of spikes. So it's basically like a porcupine on the end of a tail, basically. Yeah, let me just emphasize these larger spikes by making them darker. So they stand out a bit. And this tail is going to come in sections similar to the neck. And the top is going to have, doesn't really look like rows, just looks like a bunch of spikes clumped together. So definitely put those in, and they get smaller and basically fade at the end of the tail. And yeah, put a little bit of shading on the underneath the tail, like so. I might even shade these spikes over here a bit. So yeah, first our back tail complete. Now we can move on to the next one. So this guy, we have a little bit more of a view of this tail. So again, start off by putting in the 4 main spikes. Like so. And finish off the tip of the tail with a bunch of spikes. This reminds me of Ludia, because Ludia, the company that produces Jurassic World the game, they love adding spikes to all of their creatures in the games. Whenever you're upgrading a creature, just add some more spikes to it. And colors too. So yeah guys, drawing spikes is not a big deal at all. You're basically just drawing triangles. And most 4-year-olds can draw a decent triangle, so it shouldn't be too hard for you. I assume most of my viewers are above age 4. I'll have to check my analytics page because it sort of tells me the age range of my viewers. It says the majority of them are like below 20, I think, or something. So not many adults are watching my content, which makes sense. So guys, here is our finished drawing. I really hope you guys enjoyed that tutorial, and I hope you found it helpful. And here's my other King Ghidorah drawing. And please comment below which one you guys like better. So yeah guys, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, all the good stuff there. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Oh, and one more thing. Be sure to check out my vlog channel. I only have 51 subscribers, and I'd love to get over 100 in the next week. So yeah, I'll see you guys there.